Alright, how is everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Ghost, and with today's video I'm going to be playing Incinaroar online. And it's been a week since my last video about talking about Pokemon, and what I was talking about in the video was the starters, and from that video coming to this video, why not start off with one of the Gen 7 starters, as Incinaroar. So, third evolution and everything, but it doesn't, it's all good. But what I want to talk about today is some things that I feel need to happen with Incinaroar, but I don't necessarily think are going to happen. And that's what what I'm talking about is the airspeed and his ground speed. So with the hints, in the game, they state that Incinaroar is the slowest character. And me and my friends were discussing this yesterday, that I personally don't believe that he's gonna receive any buffs, at least from ground speed, because well, he's already deemed as the slowest character. It's like how Sonic's the fastest character. They're not gonna buff somebody to be faster than Sonic. He's the fastest character in the game. And such with Incinaroar, he's not gonna be buffed to the point where somebody else will become the slowest character. So I don't think he's gonna receive any ground movement buffs. It would be nice, it would make him a lot better. His aerial frames are very good. Some of his ground frames are really good. His darkest lariat is very fast. His neutral air is very fast. A lot of his moves, tilts and everything, his like up tilt and down tilt, come out pretty quickly. I don't have the numbers on me right now, but I've researched them and I could say they're really fast. It's just this character is just fundamentally flawed because of the ground speed. And we were also discussing how would he be better without buffing the ground speed, and we came to the conclusion of airspeed. He has a lot of combo starters. If he had better airspeed, he can combo a lot easier and a lot better. But I just don't think that they're gonna buff his airspeed at all, because he's supposed to be this type of grounded character. He's not supposed to be in the air all the time. And even though some of his best moves are in the air, he's just not, he's not designed for, the air. He was designed to just be a wrestler, stay on the ground type of thing. Not like Little Mac, but you guys understand what I'm saying. But, I think that they need to buff, the airspeed. I would like them to buff the airspeed for Incinaroar at least a little bit. They ended up buffing his recovery in the last patch, and obviously it makes his recovery a lot easier. And they also ended up buffing his up throw, and this guy ended up killing himself. I go against him again, and you'll see what happens in the next clip. But yeah, you guys, I think that Incinaroar needs buffs to his airspeed and ground speed, but I honestly don't think his ground speed is anything special. I don't think it's gonna get buffed at all, and I also don't think that his airspeed is gonna get buffed. Online though, this character is pretty good. A lot of people don't know what they're doing, and this guy's actually getting me. Like, you guys saw the first match, he just kept doing the same stuff. I feel like he handed the controller over to his older brother or something, but nah, you guys, on some serious things though, honestly, this character is fundamentally flawed, and I don't really see him going up on the tier list anytime soon. He's on event hubs, I believe he's like in the 60s. He's almost, he's like top 15 worst characters, and that actually kind of sucks. I like Incinaroar. He was the starter I chose for Sun and Moon, and his combo game is great, and his darkest lariat and his neutral air is a good combo breaker. But honestly, you guys, I just don't see why Incinaroar is anywhere viable. The only person I've seen make him viable is Magister, and even then, just playing a low tier character is not gonna give you the best results. Like, if you were to play any other character, you would do a lot better with them with all the knowledge you have on a low tier character. And it is sad. That's kind of why I dropped Ridley. He's not really, he's pretty bad in this game. He's not the best. He received some buffs in the last patch. I don't even remember really what they were. I didn't really pay attention to them. But yeah, all I've really been doing is kind of training against my friend's Pokemon trainer, because he's really good. I feel that he's one of the best ever, because, well, from the ones I've seen. And look at this. This dude is about to 3-stock me. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing, y'all. But yeah, that's all I've really been doing. I do play this character sometimes. This used to be one of my like go-to characters. He is a really fun character to play, don't get me wrong. Incinaroar is extremely fun to play, but he's just not that kind of character that you can really take seriously even when you're going up against him. Honestly, because when I go against Incinaroars online, they're so easily gimped, they don't know what they're doing. And you know, even when I play the character, I don't really take the character that seriously. If you look at my GSP with the character after this match, you know, I'm not sure, or you can rewind the video. The GSP on mine is not really that good. All the other ones, and look at this dude. I'm getting this guy. I started playing a little more careful against this guy, honestly, because he was really getting me. But you guys will see what happens. And now I'm just kind of throwing stuff out. And a lot of these, don't mind it, but I'm kind of trash in a lot of the clips I've put. I just kind of throw stuff out sometimes. But honestly, you guys, you know, I don't see Incinaroar moving on the tier list anytime soon unless they make other characters worse. And then they, you know, Incinaroar ends up being better than them on, you know, all the matchups. But I don't think that's going to happen, and like I said, I don't think that he's going to receive any significant buffs to put him higher on the tier list. And this guy actually ended up beating me, and I rematched him again, and he ended up beating me again, but I didn't upload that clip. I was just like, no, I'm okay. But I have 2 more clips for you guys against this Bowser. This Bowser isn't anything special, and speaking about Bowser, he doesn't have his hoo-ha anymore. You know, I kind of knew about that the whole time, but when he goes up, he can do a neutral air at 0%, and it's kind of like a hoo-ha. It's not going to kill or nothing, but Incinaroar can just, you know, just press his neutral air and just get right out of it, because he comes out frame 5, I believe, so that's a pretty quick move. In Darkest Lair, you can kind of spam it at the edge, as you guys are going to keep seeing me do, because, you know, it's just that good. Look at that. I think I shield poked him right there. And I was gonna buddy stock right here, I just didn't decide to. But you know, Bowser apparently has some of the top 10 ground speed in this game, and I really did not know that. That is really good. It's just his frames just aren't the best, as you guys can probably tell. It's, you know, it's Bowser. But, and look, how is he gonna use fire on a fire type Pokemon? Come on now. But yeah, you guys, that's really all I have to say about Incinaroar. And you know, I'm talking about Bowser and everything, and the tier where he should be, and I feel that where he is right now is actually where he's supposed to be. He has great ledge trap games, but other than that, he can't go off the edge. He's kind of like Little Mac in that regard, except he can actually fight, but his recovery is too risky to be using off stage to try and gimp other people, so it's not really worth it. But like I said, that's all I really have to say about Incinaroar. But I'm actually going to be talking a little more about Gen 8, but having to do with Smash Brothers. So, you know, every year in Smash Brothers, I've stated this in previous videos, how every year they usually add DLC characters to promote things, or not even DLC characters, sometimes they just add characters to promote other games. And with Gen 8 coming, Gen 8, you know, in November, most likely, it says coming soon, but they always release in November. Sakurai stated that it'll take about a year for all the DLC characters to make it into the game. So with that, I believe that they're gonna add a Gen 8 starter, and maybe that's a long shot because we already have 3 of the starters with Pokemon Trainer. We have Greninja and we have Incinaroar. You know, those are what, 5 starters straight off the bat. But I honestly think they'll add another one, but I think they're gonna add a grass one. So, you know, with Pokemon Trainer we have Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. You know, that's all 3 starters, different evolutions of them. But when it comes to just 3rd evolutions, we have Greninja by himself, and we have Incinaroar by himself, water and fire. So I honestly think they'll add the grass one, and considering that the grass one is an ape of sorts, you know, I believe that he's gonna be like a fighter. Maybe he's gonna be grass fighting, who knows. But all I know is I believe that he will be the one added out of all 3 of the new starters because of, you know, the typing. And this guy just killed, I don't know why. I think he tried using neutral A on stage. I thought he was gonna kill himself. See, I started walking back and forth real quick, saying no, don't kill yourself. But yeah, you guys, it was just, you know, that's just what I feel. That's who I think will be added as a starter. And I'm actually going to be talking about Pokemon in my next video too. You know, I've honestly thought about just uploading Nintendo content because I'm not really in, you know, I'm into Fortnite, but, you know, I don't win a lot. So, you know, people don't want to see games where I'm just losing. And with Call of Duty, I'm not really passionate about Call of Duty anymore. It just fell off for me. You know, it just got kind of stale. And I just don't have fun with COD no more, you guys, and that is kind of sad to say. You know, I loved Black Ops 3, but after that, just Call of Duty, like Infinite Warfare, World War II, even Black Ops 4, and the games just kind of died off for me. I don't really care for them anymore. I'm really just into Smash and, you know, Mario, you know, Pokemon, stuff like that. So I think I'm honestly gonna stay, you know, with that stuff. But honestly, you guys, Incinaroar is good online, you know, for the most part. Like I said, when I go against other people, they're not really good with the character. But I feel like when I play the character, I'm alright with him. I'm not, you know, the best Incinaroar. Like I said, honestly, I think the best Incinaroar I've ever seen is Magister. But other than that, you know, Incinaroar is a very fun character to play, and I got that guy right there. But anyway, you guys, I hope you did enjoy today's video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and be on the lookout for more content with Pokemon and, you know, Smash Brothers on the way. So anyway, you guys, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.